All right, so we have a new program. It's called Corporate Capacity Building for Women. I'm not sure how many people here are aware, but we were funded last year by Status of Women Canada and to put this new program together. And I just want to give you an overview of what it's all about. Oh. There we go. So that's our website, CCB4W.org. It actually redirects to a blog on the CCAT site right now. So what is this program about? So I'm not going to quote you studies here today. There's been so many studies that have come out over the last little while. They're linked on the LinkedIn group for CCAT, and some of them are in the blog. Basically, the bottom line is that the studies have shown that gender diversity in companies at a leadership role, a leadership position, lead to better business results. And I think everyone here is interested in probably two things. We all have some interest in technology, and we all want better business results. So if you're interested in better business results, then you ought to be interested in how do you create more diversity in your decision-making team so that you can achieve those results. Other aspects is people claim there's a skill shortage, the digital economy is growing. So when I talk about technology, I'm not talking about just the traditional, what we call like ICT technology, but I'm actually talking about the whole digital economy. I would challenge you to find a place where the technology is not touching business. So how do we bridge the gaps? So we have a vision. This is not a girls' club. Like, we're not trying to just have a bunch of women sitting together figuring out how do we break through the glass ceiling. That's not what it's about. It's about gender diversity. It's about all of us. We need men that are interested in having better results to get involved in this. We need your input. We also want women that are involved. This is why I'm involved. My career, I started as a technology person, designing business architecting and designing systems, and then I moved up into the boardroom. I'm in the boardroom now. I circumvented the thing by becoming a consultant. So we need that. We have a vision of Calgary where men and women together are fully participating in the digital economy. And we want to work together to do this. So we're looking for people right now to get involved. Working together, and you know this if you lead technology teams, working together we can produce more than any of us can do on our own. So we have a strategic direction, we have a vision, mission. Go to CCB4W.org, it takes you to the blog, and when you page down through the posts, you'll see a lot more information there. So what's the current state of the program? Right? We do this in technology too. We talk about the current, we talk about where do we want to go, we do a gap analysis. That's where we are. We are currently doing a needs assessment. We're looking, like I just said, people like you here in the room to be champions, sponsors, decision makers, and collaborators for how do we use the funding to create a sustainable program that will support Calgary now and into the future. So we need skills experts, and we need people that are simply connected to help draw those people into our program. So right now we're framing the program, which what I mean is like we're creating the straw man, if you will, of what are the things that actually need to be done to support making sure that there are candidates that you can hire for those roles. So let's get to the nut of it. How do you take somebody who is currently working in a technology role and support them moving into being part of senior management? Well, you become a leader of people. It's a totally different skill set, right? I don't know, you probably can relate to that. I mean, one day I'm like following DFDs through, 6 different mainframes, and the next day they're asking me to lead a team of 10 people. It's a totally different thing. So that's part of what we're tackling with the actual content of the program. So we're creating the program where we've structured, we're talking about an operations team where we need membership, we need marketing communication, we need fundraising, we want evaluation to make sure we're doing a good job as a group. We're looking for champions and advocates, right? As I said before, people that will help draw in candidates that want to progress in their career and become senior, people that will help do the sharing of their own experience of how they became seniors so that others can learn from that. And the way that we're looking at structuring the program is not just like a classroom environment type of thing. It has to include presentation, so you learn something from someone who has experience that you don't have. You practice that experience, so there's an experiential element to it. You get feedback, and you provide feedback, and you give feedback, right? Because again, those are all skills you need as part of being a leader, and then ultimately leading gender diverse teams to achieve objectives. Those are the things. A key element of our program is to have an employer of choice award of some sort to be able to recognize employers that are actually taking the initiative to figure out how do they get more gender balance at their senior levels. And of course, we're using digital tools as our plan. Now the CCAT website right now was built a few years back, and so if you go there, it has kind of an old style look and feel. We're working on that. In the meantime, this video actually will be one of our first showcases. I'm going to do a voiceover, publish it on YouTube, on the website, so that anybody who was interested, like you could share and say, hey, you got to go check out this program, and you can get the foundation of what it's about from looking at this video. And we want to create a collaborative online environment. We're preferably looking for a Canadian company that can support us rather than going to some US company product that's out there. So in a slide, that's kind of the high level bird's eye view of what we're doing as far as the meat of the program. So what are the benefits of getting involved? Well, firstly, you get to showcase your leadership skills, right? Because anytime I find volunteering is a way better way to get to know people and to showcase what you're able to do and give back to the community than just going to networking events and shaking people's hands. And I mean, it's great to meet you all today, don't get me wrong. You can build your personal brand and your reputation while helping other people do the same thing. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And ultimately, because this is a formalized program, we're going to have measurable proof of success. So at the end, you can say, hey, yeah, I was a part of that. So, you've all heard this before, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. We're doing that in this program too. That's why we have a gender diverse leadership, and why everything that we do, we're looking at having both genders involved. So I'm not going to go through all these boxes. I'm sure you can read them all from there, right? It'll be published on our website. So this is part of the drive traffic to the website part of the presentation. But it basically outlines the different parts. You can see from the number of boxes that we have a lot of roles and skill sets that we're looking for right now. And we're hoping that you either know somebody or you yourself want to be involved. So this is us. This is the co-chairs, myself, and Daryl is right there. We have a collective email address, wit@ccat.org. So if you email that address, it comes to both of us. And that's our website. Any questions?